Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Katie, and today I'm introducing a new TBR game. If you saw my video yesterday explaining the entire board, I will make sure to link it down below in the description box for you if you missed it. It explains everything, all the rewards, the punishments, everything. If you missed that video, but you saw my reading vlog, you did see me making the board. But you did not see that this is the board you saw in that reading vlog video. You did not see that it was double-sided. So I made a double-sided Katie's Bookopoly bingo board. We're gonna have fun and play it. And that's it. I'm not gonna say any of the rules or anything because that's all in a separate video. So if you wanna check that out, feel free to check that out. Let's go into the rules. Before I forget, we do have my Patreon book club read this month, which is going to be The Tea Chest by Heidi Chivaroli. I have read this one a couple years ago. It'll be a reread for me, but thank you to my friend Teresa who suggested this book to be on our book club poll for June, and that's the one that won. So we will be reading it. If you want to join in, my link to my Patreon is down below if you want to check it out. It is a monthly paid subscription thing, but it is fun. It's extra fun, so go check it out. June is also the month of my camping trip with my dad. Normally we go in August, but we decided to make it earlier since I will actually be gone on my own vacation later on this summer. So we decided to camp out in June. So I have a list of tentative books I plan on reading. I really want to make sure I put a couple of those books on this TBR. Welcome to the first ever Katie's Bookopoly board game. I'm so excited to have this board game help me choose my books for the month. I'm using my little piggy in a candy bag or something. This was the closest thing I could find to like a nice small size for our board game. So we're gonna use him for now until I find a book related piece. All right, let's start off with our first roll and our first book. And if we get doubles, we do have to add a roll. I have 8 rolls every single month as my start off point because I love the number 8. That's the only reason. We have a 5. Our first book is going to be stopping at Fairy Tale Station. Our first roll sent us to Fairy Tale Station. So that is a fairy tale retelling. And for this one, I think I'm going to pick a Mary Meekum book. And I think the next one that I'm planning on reading is Becoming Korth, I think. I think that's the next one in the series. If it's not, I will put it here. I'll put the cover here, but it's part of her Peter Pan retelling series. If I'm not on that one, I'm on the one before that. I'll just have to double check which one I'm currently on, but that's what I'm going to pick. I love our love for Peter Pan retellings. They're not all Peter Pan retellings. The first one definitely was. It was a Hook and Tinkerbell retelling. And then the second one, I think, was Little Mermaid inspired. I think. I'm not sure what this one's about at all. But I would like to continue it, and it is on Kindle Unlimited. So that'll be the one I'm choosing for fairy tale retelling. Roll a number 2. Little off the board, but it was a 1. So we have a 4. And that is Animal Crossway, and this is part of the middle grade Midtown. Roll 2 sent us to Animal Crossing, which is a middle grade book that has animals in it. And I have a few on my cart. I think I might be choosing the one that's already catching my attention, but I will grab a few that have animals in it. I think these 2 are the only ones that I would consider have animals. Oh, this one too. So I have Otherwise Known as Possum by Maria D. Lasso. I have this one. It has a dog on the cover, so that would count. Song for a Whale by Lynn Kelly. It has a whale on the cover, and it has to do a lot with whales. And the last one is Of a Feather by Dana Lorenz, which has to do with an owl. And this one speaks more to fall. I'm not going to choose this one. So it's between these 2, but I think the one I'm really leaning towards is Song for a Whale. And I have heard really great things about this book. It's also very summer feeling. So this is going to be perfect. This is about Iris, and she's about to go on a grand road trip to make sure the loneliest whale in the ocean is finally heard. From fixing the class computer to repairing old radios, 12-year-old Iris is a tech genius, but she's the only deaf person in her school, so people often treat her like she's not very smart. If you've ever felt no one was listening to you, then you know how hard that can be. When she learns about Blue 55, a real whale who is unable to speak to other whales, Iris understands how he must feel. Then she has an idea. She should invent a way to sing to him. But he's 3,000 miles away. How will she play her song for him? That sounds fantastic. I think that one's going to be really great. Awesome. We're going to put that on our little stack over there, which you can't, check out. But we're going to go through all the books that I picked at the end anyways. Rule number 3. Another 4. 4 is going to be the word, I guess. And we have Enemies to Lovers Lane. Our next rule brought us to Enemies to Lovers Lane. I love that title. I'm so happy that I thought of that for Lovers Lane, but Enemies to Lovers Lane. This was a bit more tricky because I don't have my Kindle with me. I forgot to bring it upstairs. But I think Laura Longa's, one of her newest books is an Enemies to More, because it has to do with, I think, a paramedic and a woman who is, I think she runs a gym on the beach. It's the second in her beach series, and I really like the first one, so I want to check out the second one. The second book is called Marriage is a Sure Thing, and from what I'm remembering in the first book, they were enemies. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna assume that my thoughts are right, even though I could be wrong, but we're gonna go with that one. Rule number 4. Off the board again, but this time at least we got a little bit bigger number, 6. And we have Dead End. I'm excited. We landed on Dead End, which is any thriller book, which is fantastic. I'm not sharing a lot of physical books with you because, as I said, I'm going to plan on reading my Kindle with my dad while we're camping. I'm going to put on Still House Lake by Rachel Kane. I have heard really good things about this book. I know it's about a woman who, I believe she's married, but her husband is not a great guy. So she ends up escaping, I think, with her kids, and ends up on this lake, or on this lake house, and it gets very, very suspenseful. And I can't wait to check it out and see if I'm going to enjoy it. It's a whole series, and yeah, I'm very excited to see if I'm going to enjoy this one. So it is a thriller book. I think it's going to be lots of fun, especially while camping. Rule number 5. Come on, high numbers. Another 5, apparently. Boy, we're really making our way around the board, aren't we? New Author Avenue. Rule 5 sent us to New Author Avenue. I could pick any book that is a new to me author. I have a lot of books that I'm looking forward to while camping, so I'm trying to think of any of those, but I probably should put a book that I'm going to read before I go camping, because we're not going to go camping until the end of the month. I need something beforehand. I've been really wanting to read this series. I think this is book 1. Let me double check. I think this is book 1. If it's not, I think it is. It doesn't say. I know I own 2 or 3 of the books in the series. If it's not, I will read book 1. But I am going to put on The Crown Conspiracy by Connie Mann. This is a Speranza team novel, and I've heard this is very, very suspenseful. It's got a good mystery, good characters. I'm really excited to check out a new to me author. So Connie Mann is definitely new to me. This says, the media spotlight is the last thing art thief and forger Sophie Williams needs. But when one of 3 long missing royal portraits turns up in Germany at her best friend's art gallery, the spotlight is exactly what she gets. Since the tragic death of Princess Johanna of Neuhansburg, I think, and her 2 children of 40 years ago, the whereabouts of these portraits have been unknown, and the timing of their reappearance just days before a new prince's coronation reignites questions surrounding the infamous accident. So it has to do with art, mystery, intrigue. I'm very much intrigued. I'm going to try this one. Yeah, and hopefully I'll get to it because I would really like to make sure I try really hard to complete this TBR. Rule 6. We have 3. 1, 2, 3 landed us on Historic Highway, which is a historical romance. We're visiting Historic Highway, which is an historical romance book. And I know exactly what I'm going to pick for this one. I'm going to pick The Songbird by Carrie Cotton. It's on Kindle Unlimited. I believe it's the last book in the Huntress series. I haven't heard anything more about another book yet, but I don't want it to end. I'm reading The Valkyrie right now, and I'm loving it. So I'm really sad to see this one be the last one in the series. But we're going to put this one on. This is definitely going to be read while camping, as, I don't know, it just feels adventurous and romantic and exciting, and I don't know. I really enjoy romance and thrillers when I'm camping. Very interesting mix of books, but I enjoy both of those. Roll 7. I'm just going to re-roll the one that fell on the floor. Oh, good. We got a bigger number. We have 8. Mood Read Railroad. We landed on Mood Read Railroad. I'm so excited. And for this one, I'm not going to pick a book right now. It's any book that I feel like mood reading this month. Anything at all, if I feel in the mood for a review book or something that's completely off the radar, I can read it and put it in as my mood read. And what hopefully will be our last roll today. 5. It is our last roll. And Ghostbase, which I didn't have a prompt or anything for this one, so I guess we're going to end up with 7 books this month. I guess we don't have a book 8 this month. Our TBR game is being pretty nice for our first game, which is so great. I love having a nice TBR game. So the first month wasn't bad at all. Now I'm going to go back through the books that I chose for the game. For the first one, Fairy Tale Station, we're going to read Betraying Korth. That's the name of the book, by Mary Meekum. It's the 3rd book in the Peter Pan retelling series. Very excited to pick that one up. Next is Animal Crossing, and for that one, we're going to pick a middle grade book that has to do with animals, and that is Song for a Whale by Lynn Kelly. Enemies to Lovers Lane, I'm going to choose Marriage is a Sure Thing by Laura Longa. And based on what I read, and I wish I didn't get any spoilers, because I would have loved to have gone into this not knowing anything. But I think it's going to be enemies to more in it. For Dead End, I'm going to read Stillhouse Lake by Rachel Keane. A new author to me, for New Author Avenue, I'm going to read The Crown Conspiracy by Connie Mann. Historic Highway, a historical romance, I'm going to pick up The Songbird by Carrie Cotton. Can't wait for that one. And then Mood Read Railroad, I don't pick one. So 7 books, and I think it's really doable. I think it's a really great reading month. Probably one of my best I've ever done in a TBR game. So I'm glad I switched to the new TBR game this month instead of finishing off the TBR jar. We still have prompts in there, but we might bring it back sometime. Who knows? All right, let me know if you've read any of these books or what are you excited about reading in June. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all in the next video.